Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's custom figure review, we're going to take a look at a couple of my Owen Hart Elite figures. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back, and with the recent release of the Owen Hart Jazzwares Luminaries figured, I figured it was a good time to check out the Owen Harts that I've been working on. Obviously, Owen is someone we've wanted for a long time, and we were all really excited when Jazzwares announced that they were going to be making Owen Hart figures, and I don't think I'm the only one that feels a little disappointed with what we did get. I mean, we should have known we knew in advance we weren't going to be getting the like WWF attires just for legal reasons. We knew that was coming, but I think the final execution and what we got still is kind of a letdown. The head scans I thought were okay. I will pick up an Owen Jazzwares eventually. I just don't know if it's going to be that ringside one. I don't know if it's worth the extra pay up, but either way, I was going to want him in Elite form. So here are the couple that I have worked on. I have two different eras, and I do have an extra head scan. So both these head scans are swappable. They can move around. And then I have a third scan, which I did show you guys in one of my unboxings, that is also swappable. So just starting out, you can see I've got the Nation of Domination, like Danger attire. And then I have a more like classic looking Slammy award winning Owen, which actually does have his one Slammy award. I did have two, but the other one I didn't realize was really tiny. And I think for a while they came with basics. They were kind of like a chase thing. So I did have this one big Slammy, and the other one is so little it just looks weird in his hand, so he just stuck with one. I will have some comparisons in a little bit, some interesting comparisons, but we'll just take a look a little closer at these. So we've got the short hair on this one, and everything is decals. So this is a decal. We got the heart up here. We've got the Slammy Award design on the sides, and then on the boots here we've got his hearts, and then get this one over here. You can see on this one he's got the slicked back look. Both these heads are from Haus 14 again. I think I got all of them in. Okay, I'm not proud of this, so I forgot I did this. The torso, I don't have a lot of these. I only have like 3, maybe 4 of these Chad Gable torsos, and I was trying to get the head off of the figure that was on this torso. I don't remember if it was Chad Gable or not. And the peg, so not the peg, but the part that the peg goes onto, completely came out of the figure. So unless I did some handiwork, it was going to be completely unusable, and I would have wasted a relatively hard to grab torso. So I got a little creative. Now, if I was selling this custom, I would not have done this. But I needed something that the peg could go on. So this Owen has a screw in his neck, right where his Adam's apple would be. But when you pop the head on, it covers it up perfectly fine. So I had to get a little janky with that to make it work, because I'd already started working. I was so disappointed. I was so mad. But then this one's just got, anyway, this one's got the plain black boots, got the Danger design when he was in the Nation of Domination. And then so this one has the pinless arms, which they kind of used for a while. I didn't mind them. A lot of people didn't like them. I thought they were, I thought they were nice. I do like the double jointed ones more, but I do like these arms more than the like normal pin arms that they had been using for a long time with what we had with the Elites before we switched to the double jointed. But then, like I said, this one's got the full double jointed arms. And the formulas for these are almost identical. I think the calves might be a little bit different, I used the Chad Gable body for the most part, and then for the calves, I just took calves and boots from a Tommaso Ciampa figure. And I think that's a perfect formula. I'll show you with the comparisons in a second that it looks good next to some of the other Hart Foundation members. But first, I want to show you the third head scan. So this is the one I think I showed off originally. This long-haired Owen. So you can pop this one on here. There's no screw in the neck of this one. So then, voila. You can see that one right there too. And I think all of these look fantastic. So many people have made Owen Hart head scans now, especially at this point, since he's not someone we really expected to get. So there's a lot out there, but I'm really happy with these ones. You can see I did put a little bit of a wash in the hair. And I did paint the glasses. I know I talked to, I always forget. I'm so sorry. I want to say Revenge Customs Collectible. Sorry. I know who I mean. I just can't think of the exact handle. But I had one of my subscribers reach out, tell me they had some decals, and I keep forgetting to get back to them because I'd love to slap some of the decals onto this head and give it that shiny look. And this spiked hair looks pretty good on here too. It kind of depends on what picture you look at, really. As far as his hairstyle goes. But then I was going to grab a few figures, do some comparisons so you guys could see how he looks next to everyone else. Here we've got Owen Hart next to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, unless you ask Owen himself. And I think they scale well. You can see here that the head on Brett is a little small, but I think that just kind of goes in general for that head scan. That's his new one that we got on his Elite 94, 95. I can't remember. Whatever one, that's his most recent head scan, and I think that Bret Hart's head scan is fantastic. I think that one's really good. But I think these ones look good next to each other. Got a couple other Hart Foundation members. Going to get them out here real quick. Next, we got Anvil and British Bulldog, and again, just a couple more Hart Foundation members. I do not have the Brian Pillman. He came out, his Legends figure came out before I was collecting, so I did not get him, and he's relatively pricey on the secondary market, so he's just someone I've passed up. Before I had this Owen, before I had the rest of the Hart Foundation, I wasn't really interested in the Pillman, but now that I have everyone, I do want to round out that group because they're a pretty important piece to WWE history, if not all of wrestling history in general. But I have one more comparison, and this might be my favorite, honestly. And last but not least, I have Owen Hart with his Camp Cornette tag team member Yokozuna. And this Yokozuna we actually got in the, I want to say, Hall of Fame line, and he came with a tag belt. So some people had their fingers crossed that we were going to get an Owen to match him, which obviously never happened. I thought it was interesting as well that we got that Yokozuna and that he came with the tag belt, because they just could have easily passed on that, and I don't think people would have gone out and assumed. But when you include one tag team belt, it feels like the next tag team belt should come with the partner, which unfortunately we didn't get, but fortunately enough, thanks to Haus 14, I am able to do that, and I am able to complete that. But they wouldn't be completely complete without this guy right here. And if my friend, if my ultimate collector's friend Joshua Edward is watching, I am completing this just for you. This is my kind of fixed up Kit Bast Jim Cornette. Just got a Jack's Bone Cruncher's head, slapped it on a Build-A-Figure body, kind of just used some Build-A-Figure parts. Didn't want to do any painting really, just kind of a quick Cornette for me to do. And there we are. We have Owen with Cornette and his Camp Cornette partner Yokozuna. That is going to wrap things up for today. If you want to watch some of my other custom figure reviews, you can hit the custom figure review playlist, which should be floating on the screen now, I believe. Other than that, like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate that. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy figures. Figure dude